Hello and welcome. It's your pal Comic Head 84. I've been seeing a lot of the top 50 books in your collection tags going around. My man, the immortal Biggieshaq, lit a fire up under the community's keister in regards to that. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted to take part, but man, I feel like since my last top 50, I really haven't picked up that many notable books. My last year and change has been fairly quiet on the comic front. A couple cool bangers here and there, but it would not be enough to make this top 50 top comics all that much different from the last time I did a top 50. But one thing that has been going on lately is I got myself bit with card collecting bug recently. So I'm going to, go ahead and do a top 50 comic cards video. Biggieshaq, I hope I'm not bending the rules too much, brother. Just wanted to throw my hat in the ring here on the top 50 fun that everyone's having. So, yeah, let's get to it. I don't want to drag it out too much, but, I've been a fan of cards for many years, since just a little 84, and so I've had cards for a while. Recently started getting into it a little bit more. Comic cards are underrated. I feel like so many people are comic book cover enthusiasts, cover collectors. They love the cover art, and what is a card if not a beautiful piece of cover art in a way? So I'm happy to bring you my top 50, even though it's not really going to be ranked. There's like somewhat of a loose ranking, but not really. I'm just going to go through what I would consider my top higher end in my collection, in my opinion, top 50 cards. So without further ado, let's get to it. Let's get Macho Madness out of the frame here. So I'm starting out with DC. So DC does not have like a very dominant presence in comic cards. That's really Marvel's domain, but in 94, was it 94 or 95? Yeah, 94, DC did put out their answer to Marvel Masterpiece, the DC Master Series, and it was also put out by Skybox, and there are some fantastic cards in there. Like this one. This is one of my favorites, Shazam, by none other than Steve Rude. Steve Rude is a legendary comic book artist, so big fan of that Shazam card. I'm also partial to this Black Canary from that set. Just love the pose and the overall layout of that particular card. The Wonder Woman from that set is magnifique. Look at the dark black in her hair. Very cool. Almost has like a Sienkiewicz vibe, but like a more controlled Sienkiewicz vibe. That was, if you want to see what the back of these cards look like, looks like that. This was John Bolton on the 1s and 2s there. Oh yeah, this one. This Phantom Stranger card from that set. Very ominous. Love it. The Spectre. Look at that Spectre from that set. Golly. Epic pose. Excellent artwork. Look at the musculature definition, detail, those skulls in the background. I mean, that's why I feel like this set, it is Marvel Masterpiece level, but maybe often overlooked. But as far as I know, I haven't seemed to come across many other DC sets that really come through with this level of quality, but this 94 Master Series is really nothing to sneeze at. This one, I wouldn't call it, it's not an action pose or anything, but man, there's something about this Oracle card that that's just great artwork. Barbara in the chair at the command center with the computer screens, the detail, the lighting. That is a killer card. Oracle. Also in that set, Azrael Batman. Fantastic. Just a straightforward, badass pinup pose. Even though I'm not like a huge fan of the character, I mean, I like the Nightfall series, but that costume design is like pretty rad. Here is the Batman card from that set, which I think is pretty legit. You know, it's not like a complete masterpiece. It's, you know, there's a little something left to be desired. The way the cape falls over the gargoyle thing's head almost looks like the gargoyle has like hair, like long black hair. It's kind of strange, but I love the color of the suit. You know, the yellow emblem, gray suit with the dark blue is such a classic kind of like Bronze Age Batman suit, which I think is fantastic. And last from that set is the Supergirl card. Bam! Fantastic pose, detail, color, flying through Metropolis. Hot damn. Great Supergirl card. Okay. From there, we're going to kick over to a couple highlights of the DC versus Marvel set. DC versus Marvel set. Wonder Woman yielding Thor's hammer. Hell yeah. Fucking badass pose. Back looking jacked. The way the chain goes into the foreground. That is sick. I've seen Superman, like images of Superman holding the pose from the JLA crossover with Avengers, but I don't know if I've ever seen like a badass Wonder Woman with Thor's hammer. And there it is. This is a great one from that set. There's not that many like painted cards like the Marvel Masterpiece style. This is one of the few painted cards, and it's a knockout, yo. Catwoman versus Elektra. Very cool. Great background, great poses. Hell to the yeah. And a different set, but kind of in the same wheelhouse, Amalgam. From the Amalgam set, here's Dark Claw. Of course, the mashup of Wolverine and Batman. Boom. Okay. And before I go into straight Marvel territory, which is where a lot of it's going to go, let me feast your eyes on this sucker right here. Yes. From the possibly best Batman movie to be made, I would say it's Dark Knight Returns and Batman Returns are 1A and 1B. And I got the card set from that. This is just like just perfectly cropped and just like a banger pose and card. And what makes it cool is this is actually the promotional card from the set. So it's the promo card, and like what's interesting is I've got a few promo cards, and most promo cards that I come across, it's an example of a card that is actually in the set. But this card technically does not exist in the set. There's some that are like kind of similar, you know, it's like a shot of Batman, but it's not the same image, it's not cropped the same. So I think that makes the card extra special. And this is the only card that I have in this. Look at this case. It's like a little stand. I mean, they're not cheap, so I would never like display too much of my collection in it, but that thing's badass. I keep this card on display in my comic room, so there you go. One more card from that set is Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, baby. Meow. There we go. Okay, let's get into Marvel. Actually, I got one more non-Marvel card. Where is it? Here's my one more non-Marvel card before we go all Marvel. Is boom, Static, Milestone Comics. This would be, I guess, considered the Static Shock rookie card. His first appearance in cards is this sucker right here, as far as I know. Pretty cool looking card, and it's so like 90s. The logo looks straight out of Martin. If I remember to like slide in a picture of the Martin TV show logo, it totally feels like they were inspired by freaking 90s Martin. But anyway, dope card. There's the back. This is a skybox card. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention prototype. So this is a prototype similar to like a what did I call it? Promotional card. So the prototype of Static Shock. I'm not sure which one is more rare. I'm pretty sure I have the regular one too. But yeah, if anyone knows, let me know. Prototype versus whatever. Okay. Let's get into Marvel. So I'm gonna start with Marvel Masterpiece. I'm gonna start with the 94 set. The 94 Marvel Masterpiece is not like one of my total favorites. There's very little Joe Jusko in it. This dude Hildebrandt does a lot of them. I mean, he's a great artist. But one thing about the 94 Masterpiece set is like it has this weird blue color palette to like every single card. And it's weird. It's like a little off-putting. Like other sets, each card looks so distinct from each other with color and pose and everything. But something about the 94 sets, like they all have the same blue background and shading and color scheme. It's a weird thing. But anyway, some cards I feel like the blue lends itself better to than others. This is an example of one that I think it does lend itself to quite well. Awesome Shadow Cat in the alley, like an alley cat. The moon in the background, great pose, her leaping through the wall. This is a fantastic card from that set. Bam, Kingpin. I just love that extreme low angle with the dollar bills, the $50 bills. I guess they're different amounts. Did I say 90? Hold on. What is the dollar amount on these? 50. Did I say? It looks like that one says 90. Hold on. Let's see if we can get it. It'll be tough to get in frame, but this card on the right looks like it's a $90 bill. Shout out to YouTube is 90. Dollar bill is 90. But bam, there's the Kingpin. As you can see, another like blue skylight window above him, just like the Shadow Cat. This next card it's like one of the only cards that does not have any blue in it, is the Human Torch from that set. Golly, my boy Hildebrandt knocked it out the park on this. The detail is amazing. The pose, the fire, it is fire, let me tell you. There you go, Human Torch. I can bring the cards a little closer. The Wolverine from that set is pretty cool. Here's the Wolverine from the 94 Masterpiece set. This card, just out of the sheer boldness to just give you so much Thanos taint ballsack in the card, was like, man, what a bold decision. They just crammed that camera angle right between his legs and And got that Thanos taint. Last one from that set is one of the chase cards. I forget the exact name of what they called this particular chase set. Let me see what the back says. Hollow foil. Limited edition hollow foil. I've got all 10, but I feel like the Venom is the standout. It's got the holographic sparkleness. Because I'm not a fan of hologram cards when they're like completely hologram. I really don't dig it. And that's like a common gimmick in trading cards. Less so recently, but I feel like old school cards, they love a good hologram, and I do not hate a good, I don't like holograms. But these kind of like where it's like hologram-ish in the back behind regular art is pretty sweet. Let's mosey on over to the 93 Marvel Masterpiece set. Bill Sienkiewicz, I say Sienkiewicz, but Bill Sienkiewicz, Wolverine, just like maybe one of the coolest cards in the set, if not the coolest card in the set. Amazing, love it, hot fire. The 93 Colossus by Julie Bell. Whoops. The Julie Bell 93 Colossus is really something to behold. The metallic, the way she freaking pulls off that metallic effect is just uncanny, if you will. The Doctor Doom from the 93 set is badass, man, because I feel like this is the only card that comes to you courtesy of Glenn Fabry from, you know, Preacher comic book cover fame. He's got like a real distinct kind of like painted gritty style, and it makes for a pretty sweet Doctor Doom. I wish Glenn Fabry had more cards in this set, but this is one of the few, maybe the only. This next one is wild because, let's be honest, Strife is not a very marquee X-Men villain. He's not even a dude that I care about all that much. Strife is C-list, almost D-list X-Men villain. But I'll be damned if Joe Jusko didn't make that dude look like an A-tier badass mamma jamma. The costume, the pose, the way he's grabbing the cape, and it's like, golly, the Strife card. Who would have thunk it? Bam. This card was on the box art of the 93 set. And I just feel like it's for good reason. This is a tremendous card right here. Spidey $2.99, great character design in general. And like the little angle they put on it, the color palette, killer. And lastly from the 93 set, dude, Jusko's Domino. Jusko's Domino is, I mean, it's easily the best Domino image drawing, period. Of all the Dominoes I've ever seen, I've never seen a Domino that has topped the Joe Jusko 93 card set Domino. Let it be known. All right, let's mosey on over to the classic, everyone's favorite, the 92 set. Tough to pick favorites. I mean, I love that entire set, frankly, but here's some highlights for me. I love the Nightcrawler card. Just takes up the whole card is taken up with BAMF action. The little frame, that's the thin line frame around it, really adds like a cool pop dimension to it. Excellent card. Sticking with the X-Men, there's Storm. Love the Jusko Storm. Very ominous, dark, moody. Quite possibly, this is probably my favorite card from the 92 set is the Sabretooth. That Sabretooth is a complete masterpiece. Much like I said about Domino, I've never seen a cooler, better done Sabretooth image, period, than the Joe Jusko 92 Sabretooth. I mean, the costume is the classic, accurate. He looks vicious. The symmetry of that moon behind him, it is something to behold. I wish I could have like a poster of this or something. It's incredible. This one's great. I love the Thing card. Great decision to like up close zoom on the face. He's got such a distinct face with those big blue eyes. Really cool. Crazy thing about this card, let's see if it shows up well because it's against a white background. Let me give you the Sabretooth card to show you, make it stand out. If I was to ever get this Thing card graded, they would pummel me on centeredness or the way it was cut. I don't have any other card that was cut that off. Look at that big white strip at the top. So they definitely, you know, trimmed this card a little short, but that's okay. The Psylocke from the 92 set is also a classic, but this is not just any Psylocke. This is the promotional Psylocke, which is pretty cool. Lastly, the Chase, what do they call these? I don't know what they call them, but they're kind of like a foily type deal. I'm not sure what the lingo is, but there's the Wolverine and Sabretooth Chase card, and the Spidey and Venom. You can see they got a little bedazzledness to them. Very cool. Okay, moving right along. Let's go with this baby right here. This is one of the few cards that I have from the, is it 95? Yeah. One of the few cards I have from the 95 set. And this is one of those like Chase limited canvas cards. When you feel the texture of it, it's cool. It feels like canvas. Boom, Invisible Woman, tremendous. This is from, actually let me go with this one first. Here's the Marvel Masterpiece for the 2015 set, promotional card for that set. I think they say 2014, but I think it wasn't released till 2015, I want to say, but I could be wrong. Or maybe even 16, I'm not sure. But there it is, the promotional Spidey by Joe Jusko. Excellent. What's that say? Whatever. Boom. Bam. This is from a set called Marvel the Silver Age. And, you know, premieres a lot of like classic Silver Age covers and artwork, like reimagined. And this is a Alex Ross redoing X-Men #1. Boom. Great card. These right here, this is such a fantastic card. This is a Marvel set. I think it's just like a 9-card set by Rittenhouse. I believe this is a Rittenhouse Marvel. I forget the name of the actual set, but Felipe Felipe Masafera, who's he's like pretty hot on the comic book like variant cover scene right now. He's got some great covers. If you search his name, you'll see some bangers. But bam, Captain America with the Stormin' Norman, World War II soldiers, the planes in the back. Fantastic card. Love that. Here's another one from that set. Spidey versus Venom. Badass. He's almost got like an Alex Ross vibe to him, but it's unique and it's his own. Boom. Wolverine, Jubilee, and Psylocke. Excellent card. And the Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Holler at your boy. Let's see. Oh, and then my favorite one from that set. The Fantastic Four of like villains. Doom, Galactus, and Surfer. Tremendous. We're getting right towards the end, guys. We're at the finish line. These are from the Marvel Masterpiece 2016 set or 15 set. These are the What If variants, which are very cool. They have like the trade dress from their debut comic on them. I got the War Machine one, and I got Kraven the Hunter, which will be nice to that's Joe Jusko, by the way. That'll be cool to display with my ASM 15. Okay, home stretch. Marvel Masterpiece, the 96 set. My Grail card set to obtain is the 1996 set. Very difficult to come by. It's like $1,000. You won't find just the base set for like less than $1,000. It's crazy. It's insane. But I managed to score 2 cards from the set, and they happen to be the gold gallery chase cards. This is Magneto by Boris Vallejo. That detail is second to none. And also the Cyclops, which I'm less partial to. I just don't like the way the beams are shooting out of his eyes don't make sense. Like, I never really see him shoot his beam out and like it splits in 2 different directions like that. And then it's like, what is he shooting into? Like, am I looking at him through the other side of someone's head that he blasted through? Like, I just don't understand. I wish they just had Cyclops posing and didn't even have him shooting the beam and had this weird blood gore thing. It's kind of stupid, but I love this set, and it's my 2 little tastes of the 96 set are here, so they're special. And last but not least, the graded cards in my set. Whoops. This is a new thing for me. Whoops. The set's falling apart. Let's see. Let's get the set back together. Right at the end, the wheels fell off. Okay, we're back. We're back. Graded cards is a new thing for me, man. I've got 4 of them, and here's the 4 that I got. The She-Hulk from the 92 set. Oh, wait, let me save that one last. Spoiler alert, that's my #1 card. 2014 Rittenhouse Marvel Universe 75th anniversary Ruby Red. I'm pretty sure that's an Art Adams Galactus drawing in the front and a Kirby Galactus art in the back. Very cool card. I got me a nice Gem Mint 10 from the 91 Impel series, brother. It looks great sitting next to my FF48 or 49. Love it. And last but not least, man, the #1 card in my collection, the 1996 Silver Surfer Marvel Masterpiece, Julie Bell Bebe. This is a work of art. I've mentioned this a couple times about different characters throughout this video of it's the greatest rendition of that character that I've seen, and I believe that this is probably the coolest, my favorite, just Silver Surfer image that I've seen is the Julie Bell 96 Masterpiece. I love it. It's badass. Can't get enough. So, there you have it. Biggieshaq, that was for you, big dog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I went a little unorthodox, like I said. And hey, if consider this a sub tag to Biggie's original top 50 comic tag of, do you have a card collection? Do you have your top 50 that you would like to display? I would love to see it. I'm looking at you, Lady F, D-Runk, J Hood. Let's see top 50 of your card collection. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you watching. Over and out.